Hi everyone. Today I decided to talk a little bit about my childhood. I'm going to be talking about some memories I have from elementary school. I had already talked a little bit about high school, and I will put that video onto the end screen at the end of the video if you want to watch that after you watch this video. Elementary school for me was kindergarten through 5th grade, and I will just basically go through each grade and talk about some of the memories that I have from those years. So let's get started. Okay, first, kindergarten. I remember, well actually I don't remember this, my mom told me this. I was very independent, and when the bus came, I went on the yellow school bus for the first time. I told my mom that she didn't need to come, that I could do this all by myself. And my mom followed me to school with my sister because, of course, she was nervous. I was her oldest daughter going to kindergarten for the first time, but she checked to make sure I got there okay. But even then, I was wanting my independence. I don't remember a whole heck of a lot from kindergarten. I just remember playing a lot. I was in afternoon kindergarten. Kindergarten was split into two. There was a group that went in the morning and a group that went in the afternoon. I was part of the afternoon group. Of course now, kindergarten's a full day, which is a lot for a 5-year-old to handle. I was really shy in kindergarten, and because of that, they wanted to hold me back in kindergarten, have me repeat kindergarten again, because I was very shy. I wasn't very social. Even though academically I was fine, I was actually the best speller in my kindergarten class. I can't remember if this was a pre-test or a later test, but on a spelling test with 20 words, I got 18 out of 20 correct, while most kids only got 6 or 7. So there. Of course, final decision went to my mom, and she obviously decided that there was no reason to hold me back in kindergarten, that I should just continue on with first grade with the same kids that I got to know. So that's what I did. First grade, I was in a multi-age class, so I was going to be with the same kids and the same teacher for 2 years. Actually, multi-age means that it's second and first grade. I would be with the same first grade kids for 2 years, but we would have second grade kids, and then when we went into second grade, we would have a group of first graders. It's a little bit confusing, but that was the class that I was in. My best friend was a boy, and we kind of dated, I guess. One day on the bus ride home, we took the same bus home because we lived in the same area. And when the bus came to a stop one day, he asked me for a kiss goodbye, and I kissed him on the cheek. And the kid across the aisle from us said, "Ew, I saw that." So, yeah, so scandalous. I kissed a boy on the cheek in first grade. Cooties, hello. That's about it for first grade. Second grade, we were the older kids in the class, and we had a new group of first graders come in. I became friends with a boy in first grade. He kind of joined me and that boy that I kissed on the cheek. I'm gonna call him, actually, you know what, I'll just say his name. The boy that I kissed on the cheek, his name was Guy. And then the boy that joined our group in second grade, who was a first grader, his name was Wilson. We all rode the bus together, and we're all really good friends. And I actually ended up starting to have a crush on him instead of Guy. So, but nothing ever came out of it. You know, I was in second grade. I was 7. So, that's about it for second grade. Third grade, I went to a new school. Basically, in our school district, we went to one school for kindergarten through second grade, and then another school for 3rd through 5th. It's changed completely now, but that's how it was when I went to school. So, 3rd grade, we had desks for the first time, and I could not keep mine organized for the life of me. My desk was so messy that my teacher made me stay in for recess a couple times and clean it up. I just could not keep it clean. Third grade was also when I dealt with my first bully. I remember this event very well. I won't say her name because I'm trash talking her right now. I won't say anybody's name that I'm going to trash talk. But this girl, she decided that, okay, how am I going to tell this story? There was one day in library where we played this game of bingo, and the three people who we played 3 rounds, and the first 3 that got bingo got prizes, and the rest of us got these scratch and sniff stickers. And mine, I loved mine. Mine smelled like chocolate. I loved it so much, and I had just left it in my desk. I was going to take it home with me, but then this girl who was one of the winners of bingo, she had a bigger prize. She wanted my sticker, and I told her that it was mine, she couldn't have it, and she took it out of my desk. I saw her do it. She took it out of my desk. She stole it, and I was making a big fit. I was crying, and I told somebody, I think I told the teacher, and then the girl like denied that she had it. She was hiding it. And then like I got my mom involved, her mom involved, and like nobody believed me. I think my mom believed me, of course, but nobody believed me. They were like, she's such a nice girl, she wouldn't do a thing like that. But I was like, she took my sticker, she has it. And she's like, I don't have it. And oh my gosh, it was crazy. I never got my sticker back because she stole it. And they ended up having to move our desks. I was sitting next to her. They moved her desk across the room because we obviously didn't get along. But yeah, I absolutely hated her. And oh my gosh. And now it turns out that she's a criminal herself, so goes around, comes around. I also remember at the end of 3rd grade, I got the award for Most Improved, and I got a blue ribbon. And I remember us thinking, as a class collectively, there were 3 different awards. There was a blue ribbon for Most Improved. There was a yellow ribbon for, I think it was called the Coyote Award, where you did like for being a good person, helping others, something like that. I honestly don't remember what the white one was, but we were all convinced that blue was 1st place, yellow was 2nd place, and white was 3rd place. Even though it had nothing to do with that, we all thought that. So I was like, yes, I got 1st place, and everybody was like, yeah, you got 1st place. So we didn't really understand what those awards actually meant, but my grades weren't so good the first half of 3rd grade. And then I improved the second half of 3rd grade. So I got the Most Improved award. So that was nice. That's it for 3rd grade. 4th grade, I had a new best friend. Okay, so my friend Guy, that I was friends with in 1st grade, we were also in the same class in 3rd grade, but we had started to drift apart a little bit. 4th grade, we were no longer in the same class, so I was like not talking to him anymore. We just grew apart, nothing tragic. But I had a new best friend who was a girl. Her name was Kayla. And I remember we ate snack together all the time. We played at recess all the time. There was a big field trip in 4th grade. It was an overnight trip to a summer camp, and I was so excited. I wanted to go, but my mom wouldn't let me go because at the time I was still a bedwetter. So I would not be able to handle going overnight without wetting the bed. And it wasn't just like every once in a while type of thing, it was literally almost every night. So there was no way that I could stay overnight. And I was really upset, and it turns out in the entire 4th grade class, 80 kids, 2 of us were not going. There were only 2 of us. So I just ended up staying home from school the day that they went. And then the next day, they were going to come back in the afternoon, so I went and sat with a 5th grade class for the first half of the day. I just worked on like a packet or something. I was bored out of my mind. But what really infuriated me was 2 girls from the 4th grade class came that morning to be in a 3rd grade class. And they had gone on the field trip, but they didn't stay overnight. They got taken home. And I was like, well, how come nobody said that that was an option for me? Because my mom would have gone for that. And I was so mad. My mom was so mad. They were like, why wasn't that an option for us? Like, why did I have to stay overnight or not go? Like, I don't know. It was some unspoken option. And we didn't know about it. So I just missed out on a really fun field trip. Another thing about 4th grade, I got a letter from the social worker basically telling my mom that I was selected to be part of a social group, and if my mom wanted to opt me out, she would have to sign the letter and return it or something. Well, I never got the letter. I think I just left it in my mailbox because I was so disorganized. I had left everything in my mailbox. So I had no idea what was going on, first of all. Just one day, the social worker came in and pulled me out of class. And I was like, what's going on? What's going on? And I was freaking out and I was crying. But I went with the group, and my friend Guy was part of that group as well. It was all boys and me. So I remember we talked a little bit and we played a game of Uno, and I had a good time. I liked it. And when I told my mom this, she called the school and had me pulled out immediately because she said that that group was for losers. Alright, so I didn't question it. I just went with what she said, and you know, whatever, Mom. 5th grade, right before 5th grade started, I ended up getting braces, so I was not very happy about that. 5th grade was the year that we got to choose if we wanted to take band or chorus, or both. And I wanted to take band, and we could pick our own instruments. So I decided to pick the flute. I don't really remember why I picked the flute, I just liked it. So I struggled with it quite a bit at first. Probably throughout most of 5th grade I struggled with playing the flute, but I really liked playing the flute. And then, of course, I was still very quiet and shy. My 5th grade teacher said that I was not ready for middle school. And of course, my mom gets the final decision. She disagreed. She wanted me to continue on to middle school. So that was basically everything that I remember about elementary school in a nutshell. There's an airplane. Anyway, I might make one about middle school too. Like I said, I already kind of made one about high school, so check that out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!